All right, it's Tuesday. Welcome to the CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. I'm Jason DeRusha. Oh, it's like it's balmy. You know what I mean? It's like I have to take off my coat, put on my shorts, because look at today's forecast. Woo! 32 degrees. Oh, yeah, you know you've got that one neighbor that's going to be wearing shorts and a T-shirt out there scraping the driveway today. Yep, going to be nice. We deserve it, right? Like, I like the cold weather. I would not want winter to only be, well, I'm lying. I don't actually like the cold weather. That's not true. But I do think it's good that it's cold. You know what I mean? 8 p.m. So, good day. Be about this tomorrow as well. Yeah, we want it to get cold. Otherwise, you think like the whole globe is falling apart. So it's fine that it gets cold, but like we can chill on the sub-zero, like settle down. So this will be a nice couple of days of that. Should be a pretty calm week as well. So with that backdrop, here's our question for you today. It's about winter car wash strategies. This is a life decision that I struggle with during Minnesota winter. Look, 32, you know the car washes are going to be busy today. I will be getting a car wash. Where will I get a... Well, if you have a recommendation, I'm going to be in St. Paul. I'm getting a haircut. Do you want to know my whole life plan for today? I'm getting a haircut today at the Dapper Wolf. And then I'll probably go see my friend Bryce over at Cafe Latte. And then it's car wash time. So where should I go? Here's my question. How do you decide when to pull the trigger, right? What do you factor into, do I get the car washed or do I not? Or do I mean, I presume you're not washing it in your driveway right now. So let me know. Put it on Facebook. I know you guys have a little bit of a car wash strategy. You got to look at, is snow coming? Or maybe just you can't see out the windshield anymore. And then it's time to get the car washed. So we'll share some of your strategies in just a minute. Let's get you updated on the news of the day because we are watching a pretrial hearing that will go down for 3 now former police officers charged with federal civil rights violations in George Floyd's death. This is really the first time there will be a chance to discuss the culpability or not of Tou Thao, Thomas Lane, and J. Alexander King. Their trial set to begin next week. I think a lot of people wondered if they'd plead. Would there be a plea deal? Derek Chauvin pled guilty to charges in his federal case last month after being found guilty in state court. But what will happen with these 3? We don't know. We'll be covering the hearing, of course, today. Bring you developments on CBSN Minnesota and on our newscast later today. Allina Health shutting down visitors starting today. There are a couple of exceptions, but overall, this increase in COVID cases, healthcare system says, look, we got to protect our patients and staff. Last week, around 100 staff members were out with COVID or waiting for test results each day. In news that affects the DeRusha family, our school district is one of many making tough choices right now, and the Osseo schools are switching to distance learning. High school and middle school switched to distance learning today. Prior Lake making that choice. They're going to go down that road this week. In Osseo anyway, which includes like Maple Grove High School, Osseo High School, they said they're hoping to have the kids back in class on January 24th. Got that phone call around 6 o'clock last night. Red Cross declaring a national blood crisis. The pandemic has led to a drop in donor turnout, according to the Red Cross. In many states have less than a one-day supply of some types of blood. I did check here in the Twin Cities because I am a blood donor, so I went on my app to see if I could get an appointment. And the first appointment really is January 24th. And the locations are kind of 2 different suburban spots. So not a lot of availability. A lot of the Minnesota blood donation clinics are full. And I have been told by people who work for the Red Cross that that is because Minnesotans way outpace the national average in blood donors. So we have people who do it regularly, so these crises don't hit us as hard. But that is what they're saying about the national scene. So if you are a blood donor, keep doing it. You're doing a great job. We do know Betty White's official cause of death now. According to her death certificate, the 99-year-old actress suffered a stroke. Happened 6 days before her death on New Year's Eve. Betty White, just 3 weeks shy of her 100th birthday, she will have a private funeral. A new U.S. quarter now in circulation. I love this. Our quarters, our currency in this country is about as boring as it can be. We have kept the same presidents on the coins. Where's the fun? They're bringing it. Maya Angelou, what a great choice. First black woman to appear on a quarter treasury, starting this new program celebrating American women. What do you think of this image? I think it's pretty cool. It shows one of her most famous works, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. I think it's a beautiful coin. The artistry on this is wonderful. And I love this stuff, don't you? Like when they were doing all the states on the back, you kind of would look for your state or look for a favorite state. And I think people are going to, this will be a collector's item, but just fun to see in circulation. New research finds that dogs do know the difference between languages. Our dogs are very, very smart. And I like to think that dogs, when they gather at the dog park, are analyzing stuff that they overhear us talking about. Here's how the researchers figured this out. A brain researcher who is from Mexico moved to Hungary. And of course, she brought her dog. She's like, I wonder, she would still speak to the dog in Spanish, but she wondered if her border collie would understand people in Hungarian. So they did MRI scans on 18 dogs. Look at this. Oh my gosh. 2 knew Spanish, the others were Hungarian. So this is not a great study, but it is interesting because scans showed that these dogs could tell the difference between the languages, and they also had different kind of brain activity with nonsense words. The older the dog, the better they could differentiate, which makes sense. They just have more experience hearing that language, I guess. Are they hearing a vocal pattern? Who knows, but pretty interesting. Let's talk about spicy sandwiches, right? There was a race when it came to like the heat not too long ago. But now Arby's, the master of the viral kind of food thing, has come up with something called the Diablo Dare. 5 spices, 2 different sandwiches. Looks like we got a chicken, we got a roast beef. You got your ghost pepper jack cheese, which I enjoy. Some fire roasted jalapenos on both of these. See them sticking out on top. And then there's 3 other, there's probably like a chili powder and who knows, whatever, 3 other different spicy things. So you get a free shake with it because you got to cut. Oh, it's so hot. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. I need the shake. Yeah, oh, right. Arby's, man, and a lot of this is a local ad firm. So Arby's has a local ad agency, Fallon. And they have come up with a lot of great nonsense. So I look at that whole thing and you're like, whatever, Arby's, fine, great. But it's interesting where you have kind of a corporate client who goes along for the ride. And they're like, sure, we'll try that. Yeah, why don't we do that? Pretty smart. Because here we are talking about them. And now I'm craving roast beef. A little horsey sauce. Curly fries. Okay, let's talk about car washes because that's something else I'm craving today. Oh, the nice, beautiful, kind of clean car. Annette says make sure there's no snow. The day you wash your car, the next 2 days. Yep, that's smart. You got to watch that. Hugh Skog. Hugh. It's a new name on our feedback. Nice to see you, Hugh, if that is your real name. No car washes, period. For mine, I don't want the rust that holds my car together to go away. A lot of people underplay the adhesive qualities of a nice rust bucket, so that's good. David Josephson, when the roads are dry, I go for it. I mean, here's the thing. If you get the car washed today, you still are going to be kicking up salt on it. Pam, I get it washed when it looks really dirty and the lines don't look long. Yep. It's a good strategy. Joan never washes her car. You never wash your car, Joan? Yeah. Maybe, do you think this will be a news story today? Car wash, slice of life. Get some body shop goof to be like, well, if you don't wash your car, it might corrode the inside of your door. When I was a kid, my dad had a Volkswagen Rabbit. Remember those cars? And his car literally was rusted out. The bottom was rusted out. And what does Gary DeRusha do about that problem? Put down a plank, put a floor mat over it. Problem solved. Yeah, that's how I grew up. It's probably what I would do in an emergency for sure. I don't know, long-term, our producer, Mike Verlo, your grandfather lost his what? Well, his tools would fall right out of the bottom of his car. Man, that's amazing. All right, good stuff. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you at the car wash today. We should have played like the car wash. Well, I don't think we can afford the rights. This is a very low-budget show. We're doing our best. CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. Thanks for watching. I'll see you with a nice, clean car tomorrow.